ABC, it's Greeno. What a week. It's been a week from hell. I'm way behind on everything. Watching videos, commenting, the whole nine. So, finally got a little time to chill out tonight, Saturday night. It's really late. It's like almost 1 o'clock. So, spinning some records kind of quietly. Excuse me, everybody else is in bed, so what was it on this week? Saw the video from David. It's great, man. Got your package, made it there safely. It's a long way for it to go. Glad you're happy with everything, man. Dark Side of the Zoom. If you haven't checked out his videos, check him out, man. Great guy. What else? Did a little bit of digging today, just real quick. Hit a couple shops, local ones. Hit a good bit. So found some cool stuff. Got to show that real quick. But first, I did hit a yard sale, like a church sale, and it was just awful. But right across the street, somebody was having a yard sale, so I hit that on the way out and found this beauty. I've been wanting to find an old boombox, and grab this.
BIG.com to win a Jiffy Lube signature service oil change.
Radio works. Tape deck not so good. And I noticed after I bought it that the plug to plug in a power cord, which there is no power cord with it, but the plug is broke. So, but it's an old Panasonic. And to be honest, I kind of grabbed it. Even if it didn't work, I just wanted to have one set up on a shelf somewhere. Kind of be cool. I like to find one that worked, but you know, asked the lady there, is like, how much for the boombox? She's like, I don't know. What do you pay me for it? $2. Sold. So $2. I figured if it didn't work, who cares? But the radio works great, and it weighs like 50 pounds with all those giant batteries in it. But hey, cool find, I thought. Alright, into the vinyl. What's playing in the background, if you can even hear it, it's pretty low. Total Blind Buy and digging it. Sodface, the music. It's from '72 on Decca. It's kind of bluesy, some killer guitar stuff, killer rock guitar, a little jazzy at times. They have a horn section, and actually from what I can find, I believe this was their only album, and couldn't find much information really other than the drummer went on to be like a wrestler in the NWA, I believe, or whatever that is, which is kind of fun. But man, I'm digging the album. It's pretty good. The last video I showed this album, Buzzard, and checking this out throughout the week. I didn't get a chance to listen to it a lot, but I did listen to this, and man, this is great. Just really good 70s, almost kind of hard rock, but it's got a little southern in it. Not full-on southern rock, but there's a little bit in there. Pretty cool. I found another one by them. I think it's self-titled. Yeah, Buzzard. Picked this up today. Haven't checked it out yet. I'm really digging them. I have one other one by them, so I got 3. Not sure how many they had. This was Total Blind Buy. I listened to just a second of it, and it sounded pretty cool. If anybody knows anything about this band, leave a comment. Small, silver, gleaming death machine. This is from like '85. It sounded pretty cool. I mean, just kind of straight ahead rock, really. For the 10 seconds I heard it there at the shop, you know, they got one of those deals, a listening station, you know. So I threw it on. But anybody knows anything about that, leave a comment. I haven't looked anything up yet. Next, Grabbed this, it's cheap. Girl, wasted youth. Already have this, but this was like in beautiful shape. And this was a band from the UK that has Phil Lewis, who would go on to sing with LA Guns, and Phil Collin, which would go on to be the guitar player in Def Leppard after this band. Still is a guitar player in Def Leppard. But just kind of straight ahead rock, maybe a little glammy. Cool stuff. Big Wilson Pickett fan. Done the Midnight Mover on Atlantic. Didn't have this one. Love Wilson Pickett. But this is kind of crazy. Fitzy, are you watching? Fitzy's been telling me, I mean, he's in a serious Black Sabbath mood right now, and he's even looking for bootlegs and different pressings and all that. And I do pick up different pressings on certain albums when they come along. One came along today, Fitzy. Found Black Sabbath on NEMS. It's a Holland press. It's in really good shape. Had to grab it. And of course, you know, it's first album, man. That's the one for me, anyways. I love this album. I grabbed this cheap Nick Lowe, Jesus of Cool. It's the 70s stuff. It's like 78. Great cover. I remember I first started watching VC videos. I can't remember who it was showing us. Maybe River showed some of these. Somebody else. And I remember I even listened to some of the. There's some stuff by this guy on YouTube, and it's totally ridiculous. I don't know, but I thought I'll never ever see that floating around anywhere. But I did. I think it's High No, and it's really, I mean, to me it was pretty bad and just weird. So it was like $3, so I grabbed one. I wanted to have something in the collection. It's just odd. And this is from Germany. Let's see, year. Oh, yeah, there's 73. And this thing's mint. So I was, found that halfway through the same bin. Found another one. Same deal, $3, and it's like mint. This guy has like a real deep voice, and just what I remember of it from a year ago or whatever, year and a half ago. It was some odd stuff, and I basically picked it up because of that. Yeah, just something to throw in the collection. I found a Madness 12-inch single. It's on stiff. It's kind of cool. There's a buck. Grab that. Show you something about these guys the other day also. I found a best of Sad Cafe. I don't know how many albums these guys had out, but I need to kind of check into them some more. What's the year on this? 84. I'm not sure where it was printed. It's German. I wonder if the same person traded in, I know, traded in the Sad Cafe vinyl. Dry heap, head first. This thing's in like beautiful shape, so I grabbed it. I have a copy of this, a little rough. Definite upgrade. And the sister, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Mint copy, near mint copy. Couldn't leave it there. Grabbed it. Same with this, Mama's Boys, Power and Passion. And it's in pretty good shape. It's got a little bit of something going on up top here, but the vinyl looks unplayed. I like the Mama's Boys, so. And this has Needle in the Groove, which was my favorite track by them. Had that already, but wanted to grab it. Alright, next up, I thought this was kind of cool. Wasp Forever Free shape picture disc. Tried pulling that sticker off. I gotta put some DB Gone or whatever on there to get it off. But let's get it out of here. So it's Holland Pressing, or excuse me, Preston, England. Just have another album on my mind. But never come across that before. I grabbed it. Grassroots, Let's Live for Today. Sorry. To be honest, I remember grabbing this. But Grassroots had one of the dudes that was an actor on The Office. This guy here. If anybody watches The Office, I'm sure knows that. I don't watch The Office, but one of our daughters does. She loves it. So, probably end up giving that to her. On this for 50 cents, first Cheap Trick album. It's in great shape. Why they had 50 cents on it, I have no idea. It's a good album. Found Big Brother and the Holding Company featuring Janis Joplin. Just really nice condition. Again, I have this, but mine's not as nice condition. And these were in great shape. I already have them, but went ahead and grabbed them. They were like $2 a piece, $2.50. Didn't get the stickers off yet. But Heaven, or Angel Spirit of Tread. This thing still has the gloss. It just looks beautiful. And Heaven, Bent. I believe this was the first album. Good album, man. Just good early kind of metal. 82. And Michael Schenker Group. I have all these, but for $2.50 in the condition these were in, it was like, man, I can't leave these behind. The Michael Schenker Groups look perfect. They look like they've never, a needle's never touched them. And last one, Super Suckers, motherfuckers be trippin'. Love the Super Suckers. And this is autographed. And I'm not sure, if you watched my channel before and I've showed autograph stuff, don't really care for it. I would never get an autograph or get an album autographed. I think it's just marking an album up. It'd be cool just to meet somebody, or it is cool to meet somebody, but to have them write on my album covers, don't really need that. Just me. I know a lot of people are into it, but I don't trust autographs either. And here's a good example. There's 6 autographs on this cover, and of course you can't read any of them. There's 4 members in the band, the Super Suckers. So something doesn't add up, unless, I don't know, they got the guy that drove the bus to sign it. I don't know. But either way, I'm happy to have it. The record's in great shape. And it looks like an old album, but it's not. I mean, it's in perfect shape, but it's made to look old, you know. But happy to find it. Just don't quite understand the autograph part of it. And that's about it. I was on the way out of town, just quick little side note. Stopped into Barnes & Noble, looking through the magazine section real quick. Picked something up, turned around, go to pay for it, and who walks by but Yonkins, the guitar player from Kicks. Kind of threw me. He walks by and I'm like, that dude looks really familiar. And then I saw the bell bottoms and it was like, it's Yonkins. I didn't say anything to him. I'd met him a couple times before when I was younger and all that, and I've seen him a million times live. But just had a sighting. It's kind of cool. And actually, while I'm talking about him, I'll throw this out there. When I was young, first time I met him, it's kind of funny. First time I met him, some friends and I we were young, out drinking up on a mountain, parked, you know, and we looked down over the side of the hill and we saw a flight case way down at the bottom of the hill. So my friend, who is he skydives and he climbs mountains and the whole deal, whatever. He had rope with him, ties it up to the car, rappels down, ties it up to the flight case. We pull it up and it's got Kicks written all over it. And we get back to town and we're trying to figure out how to get a hold of him. And we find out that the night before they were playing somewhere and somebody broke into their U-Haul and stole, you know, a bunch of flight cases and guitars and everything. So we finally get a hold of him, meet him at the local bar. This was probably like 87, 88, somewhere in there. And, you know, we're like, hey, we're just turning it back in. We didn't steal anything from you. We're just trying to do a good deed, you know, as we were telling him on the phone. So we go into the bar, and like I said, I've seen these guys a million times, but I'd never seen them all stage at that point. And back then, you know, they had the huge hair, and they were full on, man. And the two guitar players meet us at the bar, Forsyth and Yonkins. Forsyth, who back then looked like Vinnie Vincent, kind of, with the hair. I walk into the bar, and this guy comes walking over, and he's like, hey, man, how's it going? I said, pretty good. I said, I'm looking for the guys from Kicks. And he's like, I'm Brian Forsyth. Totally didn't recognize him. So it's crazy, man. I was like, kept apologizing, and I was like, dude, you totally don't look like you look on stage. But really nice dudes. And I don't know why I'm telling this story, but it just reminded me when I saw Yonkins today bopping by with a coffee and a muffin. He's eating and drinking coffee walking through Barnes & Noble. So, whatever. Just telling a story. If you watched all this, you know, more power to you. And I hope everybody's having a good weekend. And, you know, as usual, thanks for everybody for subscribing and commenting. It's crazy. My subscriptions are getting up there, and it just kind of keeps climbing, and it amazes me, but I appreciate all of them. So looking forward to seeing everybody's videos, and I hope everybody does good this weekend and finds some cool stuff. Hope everybody has a good one.